Hey yo, what's up, peoples? This is Alco1993 and this is Duel 12. This is the second Duel Deck Challenge video. My opponent is Rise Up on Facebook. He's known as Isaiah Jones. He's a friend of mine. And he challenged me to make a deck based around cards that Yuma uses in the anime. I have a few cards that Yuma doesn't have, but most of them Yuma does use. He actually has such a deck himself as well. So I asked him if he would be my opponent for the video and use his Yuma deck against mine, which would be pretty good. Should be a pretty good duel, right? In my hand, I have some pretty good cards. I have Gaga Magician and Gaga Girl. I'm like, yes, I can summon some big stuff with that, like Big Eye, but I need them both. But I start with Summoner Monk, and when it's normal summoned, it is changed to defense position. And once per turn, I can activate its effect. I can discard a spell card, in this case Minimum Guts, and then special summon a level 4 or below monster from my deck. In my deck I have 3 Go-Go-Go Golems and 1 Go-Go-Go Giant. Go-Go-Go Giant, when it's normal summoned, can special summon Go-Go-Go Golem from the grave to get another Exceed summon in. That is the reason I chose for Golem. My overlay, Summoner Monk and Golem. Level 1, Summoner Monk. Level 1, Go-Go-Go Golem. Overlay! 似たモンスターでオーバーレイネットワークを構築エクシーズ召喚現れよナンバーズ39希望ホープ Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw in a good amount of the Japanese summon chants. I don't know all of them, and my Japanese is not perfect, so I may mispronounce a couple of things. So I'm sorry for that. I'm not great at Japanese, but I'm teaching myself with anime and a few other things, but mostly anime. Here he uses Kagemucha Knight, which can be special summoned when a level 3 monster is normal summoned, and he gets Zen Minus out. Zen Minus is a very helpful rank 3 Xyz because it can negate its own destruction. When it would be destroyed, you can just detach an Xyz material instead. And during the end phase of the turn you activated that effect, you have to destroy one card on the field, which could be my Utopia. But I was thinking and looking, I'm like, I can use Zubaba Knight's effect to attack, I can attack with 3, but then I thought, Black Corn. It can send a card to the graveyard if it has less attack than itself. It doesn't destroy, so Zen Minus's effect doesn't work. Level 4の賭けと影、ガガガガーナをオーバーレイ。似たモンスターでオーバーレイネットワークを構築。エクシーザー召喚。現れよ。ナンバーズ50。ブラックコーン。And Yuma doesn't use this card in the anime, but he does have it in the manga, just like with Kagemucha Knight. On Blackhorn's effect, I get rid of Zen Minus. And it doesn't destroy, so your effect doesn't work. Too bad. And I also inflict 1,000 damage as life points thanks to Blackhorn's ability. Now I can go for 2 direct attacks. Ike! Black Clan! Direct attack! Kibo Hope! Direct attack! Oh wait, Blackhorn couldn't attack due to its ability. It can't attack during the turn it activates its ability. Forgot! But yeah, he magic cylindered me, so he negated Utopia's attack and dealt damage to me equal to Utopia's attack points, but that's fine for now. Now here's his move. Yeah, here's his move. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Isaiah. Card face down. And then he's going to bring out some big guns, I believe. No, he doesn't. Now here I want to get Gaga Magician and Gaga Girl out both. But I don't want to have the risk of one of them being destroyed by something. So I just attack, just in case he has something like Mirror Force. And it is here that I summon Gaga Magician. Hopefully it will stay on the field until next turn. I have Utopia's ability to negate attacks. Would he be attacking me? And then next turn I can summon Gaga Girl and Goblinberg as well, so I can summon both of them. And then have Gaga Magician can change its level from 1 to 8 with its ability. Gaga Girl can copy the level of Gaga Magician, and then they can Xyz summon together into a new monster. Pretty much anything that requires 2 Xyz material and is between level 1 and 8. Rank 1 and 8. And when Gaga Girl is used in an Xyz summon with only Gaga monsters, and in this case that's the case with Gaga Magician, would I do that? Then I can select one monster in the opponent's field that has been special summoned, and I can make its attack 0. Now I know of this effect like at this point in the duel. I forget it the moment I Xyz summon with Gaga Girl, but it doesn't really matter in the end. Now here he brings out his Kagemucha Knight again, with Call of the Haunted, and his Gaga Girl, meaning he can bring out number 17 Leviathan Dragon. And he uses Xyz Reborn to bring back Zen minus, and Xyz Reborn is then an Xyz material to Zen minus. But that won't matter, because I'll just use Blackhorn's effect next turn again to get rid of Zen minus. That way I don't have to be afraid of getting destroyed. And here he summons number 17 Leviathan Dragon, or Revised Dragon as it's called in the Japanese anime. Now here he detaches an Xyz material to get 500 extra attack points to 2500. But now, I use Utopia's effect in the Japanese anime called Moon Barrier to negate any attack. I mean, even if Utopia is not involved in that attack, which is very useful. So here he can't really do much more, and it's my turn, and I'm like, yes! Here come the big guns. Let's go. I normal summon Goblinberg. Not yet. Blackhorn's effect first to get rid of Zen minus. Then I will normal summon Goblinberg, and when Goblinberg's normal summoned, I can change it to defense position to special summon a level 4 or below monster. Which I do. I summon Gaga Girl. Then Gaga Magician's level becomes 7, and then Gaga Girl copies the level of Gaga Magician and also becomes level 7. Level 7 Gaga Garu Gaga Magician no Overlay 似たよモンスターでオーバーレイネットワークを構築 Xyz 召喚我々をナンバーズ12 Big Eye. And here I was thinking, do I activate its effect or do I just attack with it? What I forgot here is Gaga Girl's effect. That could have made Leviathan Dragon to have 0 attack, and I would have been able to inflict a lot of damage. Well, it wouldn't have, because then only Utopia would be able to attack, and you wouldn't have been able to inflict any damage. So actually, no, then I would have had 2500. Wouldn't have mattered really. This is actually the better choice because now I have a second monster. Right. Leviathan Dragon attacked for 2500. I would have damaged him for 2500 the other way anyway, but then I wouldn't have had Leviathan Dragon. Now this is where the epicness starts. My next draw will be the perfect finish. He can't do much here, so now it's time. Xyz change Seal. Epic draw. Shining Toro. And I get Sail Weapon, Unicorn Spear. We're doing this the right way. Chaos Xyz change. Utopia evolve. 今こそ現れよ。Chaos numbers 39. 希望 Hope Ray. And then, when I have Chaos number 39 on the field, I can equip Zael Weapon Unicorn King Spear to it. That way, Chaos number 39 will gain 1900 attack points, and when it battles an opponent's monster, that monster's effect is negated. Ike, Chaos numbers 39. Kibo, Hope Ray. Rise up the direct attack. And with that, 4 number monsters in the field and Zael Weapon. It was our first Yuma versus Yuma duel, and it was immediately a great one. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Zaya, good job. I won the duel. We both have amazing Yuma decks, and now I'll give you a tour what I really have. In my deck, I focused mostly on level 4 monsters. That's just what I did. Because with Goblinberg and Kaketogage, that's the easiest. But I do have some level 3s, like Achacha Archer. I have Dododo Warrior to get a level 6 in. Full Elf 1, it can raise its own level. Gaga Gardener can be special summoned when the opponent directs attack. I have 3 Gaga Magicians because they're really helpful for Xyz summoning with a level changing effect. Gaga Girl can copy Gaga Magician. In this case, I use it to get a Big Eye. Really helpful. Goblinberg, when it's normal summoned, can special summon a level 4 or below from your hand. Golem can't be destroyed once per turn when it's in defense mode, and it's pretty strong. It's strong in attack as well. Giant can summon the Golem, any Go monster from the grave when it's summoned. Kagemucha Knight, used in the manga by Yuma. It's pretty much a Kaketogage of level 3 monster, because Kage is special summoned when you normal summon a level 4 monster, whereas Kagemucha Knight is for level 3. Summoner Monk, already explained that in the duel itself. Zubaba Knight, a level 3 monster used by Yuma, one of the few level 3s I have in this deck. Zale Weapon Unicorn King Spear, decided to throw in one, and you can equip it to Chaos number 39. That was an amazing end. Blustering Winds, a spell that Yuma uses. It can raise the attack and defense of one monster by 1,000 points until the end phase. Card Destruction just to get some new cards. Double or Nothing, a really helpful quick spell if you have Utopia. Didn't get to use it this time, doesn't really matter. Double Summon, if you use it, you can normal summon one extra time in this turn. Can really help in getting some monsters out, like Gaga Magician and Girl or something. And you have Gaga Bolt. I have 6 Gaga monsters, and when you control a face-up one, you can destroy any card on the field. Heavy Storm to get rid of annoying spells and traps. Minimum Guts to make an opponent's monster's attack 0, and when that monster is destroyed, you also damage the opponent with half of that monster's attack, which is a very helpful one. Then I have Monster Reborn. I chose the Japanese artwork instead of the English one because I watched the Japanese dub and I've seen it used many times by Yuma. You can special summon from any grave. Monster slots, you need a monster in your field and in the grave of the same level, let's say Goblinberg and Golem. You banish the one in your grave and then draw one card. If it's the same level as the monster in your field, so in this case 4, you can special summon it, otherwise you get a free draw. Very helpful for Exceed Summon. Damage die can halve any damage you take this turn, and when it's in the graveyard you can banish it to halve effect damage you take that turn. Although you can't do that the turn you activated it first time on the field. Fiery Fervor, you can target one face-up monster you control, and if the opponent controls a monster with higher attack than your monster's original attack is doubled during the damage step only. Heartfelt Appeal, if you get battle damage from an opponent's direct attack, you can take control of one monster in the opponent's field, which is the highest attack. Mirror Force, very powerful trap. Yuma doesn't use it in the anime, but it's a really strong one. Mirror Mail, Yuma never really used it. He did try to use it against his first duel against Kaido. Didn't work out. He destroyed it. Xyz Reborn, opponent use it. You can revive one Xyz monster and use this. In the extra deck, I have number 83 Galaxy Queen and number 96 Dark Mist. Don't have really that many level 1 or 2 monsters, but I do have a couple of them in the side deck, so maybe later. Leviathan Dragon, got one net from Shark. Terabyte, Blackhorn, together with Kagemucha Knight, those come from the manga. Then I have Yuma's Ace Monster, Utopia. Really helpful. Also, it can negate any attack with its effect. Utopia Ray, you can just place it on Utopia. Very helpful, especially with Zale Weapon Unicorn Spear. Zale Weapon Phoenix Bow will soon be released, like in a month in the OCG. Phoenix Bow, also really helpful. Shockmaster number 16 can block monster effect spells or traps with this effect. Violent D Sigma can take control of an opponent. Equip an opponent's effect monster. Choose D Sigma to get rid of it. Freezer Dawn also really helpful. If you would activate an effect by detaching Xyz material, you can detach one from him instead. Let's say you have a Voltar Lagia, you would detach 2 from Lagia. You can detach 1 from Freezer Dawn instead, which would make you able to use Lagia's effect 3 times. Volcasaurus, one of my favorite monsters, can destroy one monster and inflict damage equal to that monster's attack. Full Metal Photoglide Focus Force, not really my favorite monster, but Yuma has it in the anime, so I put it in. Gaia Dragoon, the Force of Lightning, Yuma doesn't have this in the anime, but it's one of the 3 monsters currently, together with Chaos number 39 and Stellar Ptolemy's Mission 7, that can do Chaos Xyz Change, meaning you place it on top of another Xyz monster. Big Eye, I used that in this duel, never been able to summon it, did it this time, really wanted to do that, and it worked out, and it was awesome. I really love that. And finally, I have number 7, Lucky Stripe. Needs 3 level 7 monsters, and it's really only based on luck, and I really don't like playing with luck, and it needs 3 level 7 monsters, which is quite hard to get. In the side deck, I have Cha-Cha-Cha Archer, Full Elf, another one, to get like level 2s like Dark Mist and Gumbara Knight. Didn't decide to use it. Another Kagemucha Overlay Eater and Overlay All, both can be useful in monsters that face Xyz monsters. Didn't decide to go with them, but I do have them inside. The second Zubaba Knight, I also Zubaba Buster, but its effect can also be really negative, as it can destroy your own monsters as well, so I decided not to go with it. Then I have Pinecono and Acorno. You can special summon Acorno by discarding one Pinecono from your hand, and then Pinecono can be special summoned if it's discarded due to Acorno. That way you have 2 special summoners level 1 monsters, and then you can summon Darkline, and you have 3 level 1 monsters, for example Galaxy Queen. But Darkline can raise the levels of all of your monsters by 1 and make them Dark attribute, making you able to summon Dark Mist, which is also real helpful. And finally I have Tosuke Knight, another card Yuma used in the anime. And that was it. There was the second deck challenge duel, Rise Up / Isaiah. Thanks for the awesome duel, I had a really good time. And now that your challenge has been in a video, you can make a new challenge in the comments below. Would you want that? And if you want, you can also be my opponent again if you wish, or just for a random other duel that I do for these videos. Right guys, I'll see you guys later.